Kublaya pi baro ki bapet yakini ko kubor upet ngo cable news. Kimat bakong san jong ko kubor mentaga tayo kilong. Kular ke BJP bantung da ke special task force banti iki kambam sab Hamegalia. Thrang ke BJP banti ya uranium Hamegalia ong uramesh. Sipautali kimat rekam jong ke VPP lada job ki kertong jong ka hakikat pratali ki constituency. Dawa ke Kongres banweng kami ke chairperson ke MSCW bat banweng no na kejinya kun ya uba wailat miki shela. Don kejinya sela jong ki he pulit high level bat ki he spa keno uba jike yang rai. Bat ke kubor na kinong yalam nyam sa kinong song hakinik election arhajar arpola. Ka Bharatiya Janata Party BJP banyale banyo ek jingkersan kipat ba kejala ban pinjob iki kertong jongka haki election MLA kene kesang san partai kala pelat pat ba ya ki election manifesto ne ka vision document hakaba kala kular balada kawan hakabor kan bha laipo na ka shispa ya ka kam sarkar na ka banta ki kenthai bat kan pentre kamru ya ka 7th pay commission ha kejala.
Kaseng BJP haka khat santri urempang arhajar arpulai kala pelat patba yakimat jengkular na gebentaki election. Haka ba kelokular ban bha laipo nak sispa akikentai haka kam sarkar bat ban pentrekam meka 7th pay commission haka jella. Ya kene ka manifesto la pelat patba daw national president ke BJP UJP Nadda haka jinglang ke belalong Hatach Vivanta rengkat ke jingan lang u presiden ke BJP Meghalaya uba Ernest Maury kinong yalam ke BJP ke bekentup ya uba AL Hek uba San Borsulai bat kibe-kibe. Habagaran na kajingalang UJP Nada udah kular bantau ke task force kaban petngor ke bedai bat ke kamti doyong bean bat ban penslur ke jingti doyong lengba ke jing start science. Udaong bo entung ru ya ke special task force kaban kliat unong bishar belasong taj jong ke yang syari Supreme Court banti benia aki kambam sap. Ulang ba ke BJP kene keren bat kene trailang ba ke sarkar pedang na kebenta bani penbet yo put usam ba ke jela Asam bat anteiru iki outpost ke bapura hakitan kaput. Une national president ke BJP ulang ba haka manifesto jong ke BJP ke kular ban pentrekam ya ke 7th pay commission haka jingsiu tulop ikinong tre sarkar haka jela. Bat ke jing ai ke tulop kan long haka por ke babiang bat an pentrekam ru ya kapan nong light scheme haka ban ai sanpo hajar tengka haka bakai kun kentai ban ai jing pule ai ki kena kentai nado ke kerdan KG hado ke post graduation. Ulang ban pentrekam ru ke skim na kebentai kilong kemi ke bakamai merwei bat ya kiba layap no ukurim bagini opediang arpusaw hajar tengka sisnem bat on IA artli ki LPG cylinder syaginong yo jing mentoy lengba ka PM Ujwala Yojana bat on IA yo khaw ke sini kamlo bat ukou syakitu ke bayo ya ka ration. UJP Nada udah penemenaru ban kentiu ya kejingmang pisa lengba ke Ayushman Bharat na kesan lak tengka syakash paulak tengka na kebentak itu ke biok jing sumar bat ke BJP kentai ki Medical College IT Park Industrial Unit bat kiwe-kiwe. Ulang syok-syok ban pentrekam shispa na ke shispa ya ke PMAY na kebentak ban pencinta yang ginong syong-syong kejela ban ajingirap lai hajar tengka na kebentak kinong rep kibam dan jaka on ajingirap nriu hajar tengka kinong ri dokha on mang laipon ke sispa ka kam sarkar na kebentak kentai on kentiu arsha ya ke bai bam temen bat kiwe-kiwe jingkular.
First of all, we all know that the state machinery is a very important instrument as far as bringing change in the state, and for that the state machinery is very important. Here we have decided in our manifesto that we will implement the 7th pay commission in Meghalaya and the salaries of the employees will be dispersed in time so that the machinery is well greased and it is in the best possible manner that they are able to work. Agriculturists, the horticulturists are the prime concern for Bharatiya Janata Party and for the development of Meghalaya because a lot of scope is there in the field of horticulture, in the field of agriculture, in the field of natural farming, in the field of farming without pesticides and without the other pesticides. So, when we talk about Kisan Samman Nidhi, we have decided that we will enhance by 2,000 rupees annually in the 6,000 rupees which we are already getting. The women needs to be empowered. The child needs to be empowered. And for that, we have decided that we will start and introduce a program which will be known as Kafan Nogalite Scheme. And this is named after the first freedom fighter from the Khasi Hills. And under this scheme, when the girl child will be born, a bond of rupees 50,000 will be provided to the girl child for the empowerment. The same way, we will, for the empowerment of the women, we will provide free education to female to girl child from kindergarten, KG to PG, post-graduate. As far as the youth is concerned, we have decided that we will go in a big way for the youth skill development. And for that, skill training structure will be created where 3.5 lakh means 3,50,000 self-employment opportunities by setting up of 2 new SEZs and industrial area units and 1 additional IT park and banking and hospitality industries over the next 5 years. Special economic zone will be developed, and in this special economic zone for the youth empowerment, we will have industrial units, we will have additional IT park, and we will have banking and hospitality industries for the within next 5 years. I'd like to share with you. Again, we will have 100% coverage of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. That means in Meghalaya, nobody will reside in Kacha Makan. All will have Pakka Chat and Pakka Makan with two rooms, along with washroom, along with kitchen, along with gas connection. All this will, and along with the courtyard. So this will be the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana 100% coverage that we will ensure. For us, any manifesto, any vision document which we make, if we come into the governance, we make it an official document of the governance, and it is the government's responsibility to implement letter and spirit in toto. 100% it has to be implemented. That is how it is. So,
Wan lakaseng Bharatiya Janata Party BJP kamsim lakan thup ai yak jingdawa upajba kajalla ban pintre kam yak inline permit ILP Henry National Secretary ke BJP Uritu Raj Sinha ulong bakalong kebadan kam banyatai sanishwa halor ke nikamat jingdawa hadin ke election MLA Arhajar Arpolai.
Uritu Raj Sinha ubadeu National Secretary ke BJP ulang bak inline permit ke digamat kebadan kam banyatai bat baro ke bedan benta. Bat kedan kedau ke besongnya bagi patba ke jela Meghalaya kikwa yak ILP. Nari ke jingkiu jeng ke jela Meghalaya ke de ke belalam leng ba ke kam jeng okai perthai bat ke bedan benta ke kam jeng okai perthai. Bon ki penpau ba ke ILP kan perkhing ba bat kan wanra yak jeng du nong ha ke liang ke kam jeng okai perthai. Uni unang yalam ke BJP udaong bakane kamat kalong kebadan kam menetai sanibha komta an sekren bat barok kebadan benta hadin ke election bat ukermen scam ba an sala ban chemekarai ke bakhat do akbedai bat ke jingdawa pentrekam yak ILP.
And for tourism, a lot of people have argued that ILP is restrictive, which could result in significant opportunity loss to the tourism sector. This matter needs to be deliberated. We will definitely discuss with all stakeholders, and post-elections, hopefully we will be in a position in the Legislative Assembly to have enough count to do a thorough debate and then take a final formal view on the ILP matter. The point is very simple, like I said, that this matter needs due deliberation. We want to take policy action which is good for the welfare of Meghalayans. ILP is an issue that has good rationale for and against. It needs to be deliberated, and we will do so post-elections.
Ka BJP kamsyam lakular AA ru ha ka election manifesto ya ka jingdawa ki padba ka jelaban penderung no ya ka ketian khasi bat garo ha ka 8th schedule jong riti sensyari. Halor ka niu niu nong yalam jong ka seng BJP. Ulaong ba ka ketian khasi bat garo ki dei ka bladon degi spasnem. Bat dei ban pediang ban penderung no yaki ha ka 8th schedule jong riti sensyari. Bat ka BJP ke yang rengkat bat gipat khasi bat garo halor ka ngamat jingdawa bat hadian ke election lada ka job bon teligi seat kan ra ke ngamat ha yang dorbar tawan ke jela Meghalaya bat ka netre rengkat bat ka sarkar pedeng.
We believe that these languages must be considered for inclusion in the 8th schedule, and BJP stands with the Garo people and the Khasi people for inclusion of these languages. We will do our best after election. If we have adequate number of seats, we will move this in the Legislative Assembly and work in close coordination with central government to take this request up.
But resolution has already been passed in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly regarding this.
Like I said, we have been only 2 seats in the Meghalaya Assembly. When we are in a dominant role in the Meghalaya Assembly, when we have greater influence and say, we will definitely be able to take this to Delhi. And like I said earlier, with a double engine government, with a BJP government in Delhi and a BJP government in Meghalaya, a lot of these long-standing, long-pending issues can be brought to conclusion in record speed. I urge the people of Meghalaya, they have given a chance to Congress, they have given a chance to regional party. I urge them to give one chance to BJP and see the difference that we have made in other states in Northeast.
General Secretary ka AICC Jairam Ramesh rengkat ke jingadan lang Presiden ke MPCC uba Vincent Pala kinayalam ke AICC bat kinayalam ke seng Kongres ha ke jela ha ke sin sajan ke la pelat pat ba ya ke election manifesto ha ke jingalang ke belalong ha Hotel Vivanta.
General Secretary ko All India Congress Committee Jairam Ramesh ulong ha ka manifesto jangka Congress kidan khat sautili ki jingkular ke ban trekam ha bro sansnem bat man la kasnem ka seng Congress kan penmi ka kai phot ke jing pen trekam yakini ki jingkular ulong badang shen ke seng Congress kala ay ke jingkular ban pen trekam yaki santili ki jingkular ban pen ku bor ki kintai ki bakamai marwai daga ba jingirap iki lai hajar tengkashi benai ban aikam iwei naman la kalong yeng ban penduk ke jing penlip boarding bakha ban penlong ya ke Meghalaya ka balat no drugs ban penlong ya ke jela ka balat neki kam bamsap uloang bagini ke jing kular ka Kongres kidai ke balak ban pentrekam wala kadan ke jing bon ke jing penlut ke pisa bat ula penpau ke jing kermen ke baskem bagi pat ba kana jing kershan bat ken jet biang ya ke seng Kongres hakan ke election.
Meghalaya means the abode of the clouds. But today, these clouds have taken on a different meaning. Today, the clouds are of not rain-bearing clouds, but these clouds are of corruption, these clouds are of unemployment, power cuts. These clouds are of a damage to the independent identity of the people of Meghalaya. And finally, these are the clouds of political puppetry, which I will explain to you a little later. We are fighting to win on our own strength. I do not even contemplate what is going to happen when the results come out. We are confident that the people of Meghalaya will give a mandate to the Congress party. It's a tried and trusted party. It's an experienced party. It's a party that respects the sentiments of the people of Meghalaya. And it's a party for which decisions will not be taken in Kolkata or New Delhi or Nagpur, but decisions will be taken in Shillong.
Uni unang yalam keseng Kongres uloong baka Kongres kanekun persya ikilio jong ki kambam sap kajing kerduk kam udrox kajing penlip boarding ke bakha bat ke kongres ke ikon ke election persya ke sengsan pertai ke bialam da ke BJP ya ke bamenta ke le shongklat chipor namar ke election nrai tang shukut ke election kenset re langbiang Ujairam Ramesh ulong bagi sengsan pertai ke bidan haga jela ke dei ke bidan haga game plan jong ke BJP bat ula keno bagi NPP ke dega team A jong ke BJP ke UDP ke dega team B jong ke BJP bat ke TMC ne ke JMP ke dega team C jong ke BJP
To the values of the Congress and its ideology, obviously is not very strong. Obviously, ED, CBI, income tax has come knocking on their doors. The key issue in this election is, will Meghalaya's identity survive the way it has survived for so long? That is the key issue. Meghalaya is part of the Indian Union, is part of the Indian mainstream. Youth of Meghalaya are earning a name for themselves all over the country. But there is a unique and distinctive identity to the society of Meghalaya that only the Congress can protect. On the one side, you have set of parties who will dictate what the identity of Meghalaya is from Nagpur or from Delhi. Or you will have another political party which will dictate what is good from Meghalaya from Kolkata. It is only the Congress party which will dictate from Shillong, from Meghalaya. Not only dictate, it will determine in this state. The alliance partners have taken a temporary divorce for the purpose of elections and are claiming to be fighting as independent parties. But let nobody be fooled. The NPP, the UDP and the BJP are all part and parcel of the same package. So the first fight that the Congress is fighting in this election is a fight against corruption. The extraordinary coal scam, the continuation of the inhuman practice of riot mining. I was the environment minister, and in many ways, I don't like to boast about what I did, but I am father of the NGT. I was the minister who piloted the NGT bill in Parliament and established the National Green Tribunal in April 2010. And it's extraordinary how the orders of the National Green Tribunal have been flouted in pursuit of private gains, private profits, in a most inhuman and degrading manner. Even COVID has not been spared.
Ujairam Ramesh ulong bawatla kalong kebadan kam banti ya uranium ban peniat yaki nuclear power plant. Hendrai ka Kongres kam syamlakta ya uranium ubadan hak jala Meghalaya. Hendrai menta keseng BJP ka kwa ban le no ya uranium ubadan ha Meghalaya. Ujairam Ramesh ulong ru banamar bagi pajba kesnokia bat ki persya banti ya uranium namarkan keta ka kot kakya. Kumta kalong ka kongsan ban chim kya kini kijing pensngau jagi pajba bat kum menteri ubalabat ikatanat environment ulong boomla banedan bentah kene kakam bat naduk kesenam arajar shipho kam shimladan satya kata kajing plie banti ya uranium na kene kejela bat kene kalayat mentala kat laisnam uni unang ilam ke kongres ulong badang hagini gisngi menteri ke sarkar pedang uji tender sing ulakran hag yang darbar parlimen baka Meghalaya kedan belai uranium bat ki kwa ban le AA ya uni marpo kendo ulong baka BJP ke pej ikini marpo kendo kum kita kibadi ban shimno bat ban le AA na kebenta kejing mentoi shimet kat baka kongres ka shim baka dega mat ke basngokya kaban kita ke mariang la kalong emotion uranium ne udoyong namun ka mariang ru kalong wa koridor rengkat bat kakot kakya bat kayok kakot jong kipat ba
Uranium mining. And I remember, if my memory serves me right, Dr. Cooper Roy was the chief minister. I talked to the Chief Minister and I said, look, these are legitimate concerns. We have to address these concerns. It's one thing to say that we must have uranium mining. Of course, you must have uranium mining because your nuclear plants need uranium. But if people are worried, if people have concerns that if this is having adverse health impacts, public health impacts, then I'm afraid as Environment Minister I cannot, I cannot be party to this issue. So in fact, in 2010, as Environment Minister, I took steps to ensure that uranium mining in Meghalaya was not opened up. Until today, that remains the case. Almost 13 years have passed by. Day before yesterday, Jitendra Singh, the minister in charge, said in Parliament that we have rich uranium deposits in Meghalaya and we want to develop the rich uranium deposits. I kept quiet. But the fact of the matter is, this is the difference between the BJP and the Congress. That one looks upon these deposits as something to be grabbed, something to be developed for private profit, whereas the Congress party is always always sensitive to the environmental consequences of what happens, whether it's limestone, whether it's uranium, whether it's coal. These are natural resources, but environment is equally important for the health and livelihoods of people, particularly in states like Meghalaya.
Kaseng san partai kabalami thamai hakajala ka Voice of the People's Party VPP banpen ko ngu ikipat ba baken kersan ikan kaseng riulum haki election MLA hakasngi balang jong katayo kala palat pat ba yak election manifesto bat kular ban pentre kam yak sipau teli kimat
haka khatsan terik urampang arhajar arpulai sakawai kaseng san partai jong kajala kabarang mi thamai hakani ki election MLA jong kasnam arhajar arpulai kata ke Voice of the People Party VPP kala plat pat ba ikimat trekam jongka ya kini ketup jong imat trekam la plat pat ba daw kertong ba kidikot jong keseng VPP hapo kejinglam jong President uba Arden Mela Basayumot ha kejinglang kablalong halum dingso hasulong kimat trekam jong kini keseng kidon shopho teri baro bat kini kikentup ya kimat kebedai bat kejela Meghalaya bakanong kebasingan hapo la kajong kajaka bat bakayo kakot jong kejela kan kiu rasong bat be kejing dok enrat dengkong bagajela kan don kinong elam ge basyampang ki baklan bat baslur bagajing suk kan sensyar i kolong briuman briu bat kan wanra ki kampen roy bagasensyar kadar kan long lor kinong rem jong kesensyar pat ba bakan long ke bakhut bat ke basingan bat ke bam syak siliang baya kejing don jeng em bagajela on bah benta marengkat ba an penek pensa ekariti dostor bat kendau jong kirulum ban sumar bat penek pensa ekamai mariang ban penlong ke Meghalaya kejela ke babiang banwanra ya kejing bai tengka ban kentiu bat penkuk bor kisamlah ke puli putih bat kejing long babha bat bakandon kejing buram ya ki kentai ki senrang bat ban omdon kanu kejing nyo silang khamat halor ka long kentai long senrang
lese ke ai ke ba u philabadi lembaga statement kejing bi way niki police officer kala mendai tang pingit just a tips of an iceberg kaba haman lagi department ki bon ki egi ki kendum ki kadam ki besyarkai ten mar kata karang ni kimi ti be kani kan yarap yaki pat ba haga jela kaju bakin soto bat bakin minjul ya kaju khot kaju ban pen khot ya kajela kaju li ba sinchar ka khara ko anum dan menu ki we ki political party ki bala ban ai ya kaju sinchar khara ko like the Voice of the People Party bat ni ko aru ban ong hakmat lingba jo phi kilap tai ko bo ba kan dei bi tang ka seng ke bathamai anum ki wei pat ki seng ki bala ban pen khot ye ki ne ki jinja ki be inside bed bat ki be lam se ke ba so shirkai so tri ya ka dur ka dar jo ka jela ka ju ban ni ko ar bon ba ka Voice of the People Party is the only new regional political party in the state mdan de ki wei pa ki pai ba kim de ban sha lam bakla ki wei ki laban bujri tang ka uniform ki priu ki de ki chu rengi hang de ide ka party ka bathamai idon ki priu ki bathamai ka berkhat ka bathamai ba ki long rim ki bas khem te kata ka bang idon ba ong ka leng ki party ko phi nganget ba ka ai ka ba uni police officer ka long ka chimpan pau ju ka long in the open wala dengi ngim dawai ye ro na trai kumbangi ju hi ba ka judiciary ko bakalong haka jala ko jingi mo kalapek i ba kum kini kalapek perman gi jinglong jingman hapo ka jala ko jing ba nagaleng ko jingi hi ni so ba kay ki bangi don bano kalong ban pen so thu i ki pai ba ba kini ki jingja kin nang yai ja te kamdon jimut bangi chi dawa na kini ki sarkar ki berim ki belong involve don kam ban ailat be yangi ngin le ya kakam pandangi wan ka bo ngin ko aban dawa ngin dawa ai mata kani ka por ka riban panthamai ka sarkar te la ringi ki dawa na kini la ki pai ba kim su thu ki pen poi be ngi gini saka bor ka jing dawa jing kan long tang ka formality ngim ko abakani ka sin jam ka bangi ya mata kan de tang ka jing pendam kom ringi ko ban lingba kani nginum ong bangin dawa nagani ka sarkar ringin ong yu pai ba ailat ini alat ini bagi saya madan ikini kita cakap baru. Data na police department department di bawah apa kerja lagu.
Kaseng Congress hakala sing uplay jong katayo kala pat ba ya ka charge sheet persya ya ki kam bamsap ke Sarkar Meghalaya Democratic Alliance MDA bat ka kular balada ka Congress kan wan hakabor kan patok kit ya ki kam bamsap baro ban pentik na baki badon kti kidai ban sya penshitom katkum ki kendon an.
Kaseng Kongres haka khatlai terik urempang arajar arpulai kelepenmi ya ka charge sheet persya ke Sarkar MDA haka bakalesai madan ikshpotli ki kam jersey bamsap ke belajar ki san senem haka jela Meghalaya ya gani ka charge sheet la plat pat ba du chairman ka media and publicity All India Congress Committee Pawan Khera rengkat gajing dan lang kidong elam All India Congress Committee Habai keren beginong pathai kubor Pawan Khera uloong bahagi ni kisan senem haga jeng sensyar ke Sarkar MDA kam shemlala bantrai kam hendrai ladap setang daki kam bamsap ha kaba kaladon kejing khalem jong dom jong yang dorbar thawan kabrang pentrai menta namar kejing tri torti ha kaba kala khalem nok kani kadom ka kam bamsap na kejing plut put ke pisau pat ba ka bahado praspa akan riu klur tengka ha kejing yakun ya kejing pang COVID-19 ha kejela kejing yo ukurup ukau ubasan paulak kilo na asam ka kam bamsap akamuda kabasan sepak klur tengkah hak bagi Sarkar kam syamlai ya ka utilization certificate bad syamla tip setia kum no lependon kam yang dengan pisah Pawan Khera ulong bakladon ru kajing ti bad kajing khayi bea nyu do yong ha kajela ha ka ba justice BP Kataki ulapen pawa ka kaipot bakladon kajing ti bea nyu do yong bahado khat lai lak metric ton kakam bamsap lengba ka so bahagia skim kabakot chispa sab kundai klur tengka ya kabalasai madan da kakai pot UCAG nang ta kejing le buito kaban bodor ka kiat IMFL bat ban peniat ya kejing shalan ka kiat lengba ka Central Bond kablakta kalai gidukan de kiat agajela kejing temu ke Sarkar MDA ban play ka casino ne ka jaka khalai bagladon kejing le asiliang khamat kaban ai kontrak ya kakam badwat haba kladon gajing persya ke bajur ban play ka kasino ka Sarkar MDA kam syem la penduk pendamno igane gajing temu uni unang elam ko All India Congress Committee ulong bagi Sarkar kelai tiru iki babon ki kam kontrak syakadhar company na kebenta menchna bat tei gajing tei boper hari lum khasi jantia bat ki babon ki project ki let lot syakane ka company ulang ru bo weu he pulet ula syakam makatnat CID halor kejing peran kam baklai ke bor ha kejing thiet gi kali ba kejing peran kam mek ompniang ya ka babaro kletip kum ka jersey bamsap akatnat pulet Ukhera ulang belada keseng Kongres kawan ka bor sensyar kan pha tokit igini ki ai baro ban pentikna bagi beran ti ki kambean kili ban sya penstom kat kum ki kendon an
Can you imagine self certification we are corrupt. And it has never happened in the history of this country where you give a tender, a contract to one bidder, denying the other two bidders that, sorry, you are not experienced, you cannot construct a dome, therefore we cannot give you the tender. Guess who gets the final subcontract? Those two companies which were denied the original contract. And they were denied because they had no experience in constructing a dome. And the officer who was responsible for this is now contesting elections. COVID was something which all of us, the entire country suffered from. But some parts of the country suffered from a double whammy. There was COVID and there was corrupt governments which were handling COVID management, COVID mismanagement. In Meghalaya, there were 96,785 COVID cases and 816 crore was spent. 1,624 deaths. So ex gratia payment was 816 crore. Manipur spent just a little over 100 crores for 1.4 lakh cases of COVID and 2,149 deaths. Just a comparison. See where Meghalaya stands. So Meghalaya's COVID expenditure was 8 times more than that of Manipur, and even it had much lesser COVID cases and deaths. Where is the money gone? Everybody wants to know the answer. Where is that money gone? So, 119.73 crore being released by the center, the discrepancy is of 43.73 crores. Where is that money gone? Who has pocketed that money? Again, the Director of Health Services, who should have been held accountable for this discrepancy, is also contesting elections. Look at the joke. First, they use these officers for corrupt practices, then they protect those officers, then they get them to resign, then get them in their own fold. Come, fight elections. Together we'll do more corruption. The third charge in our charge sheet is the Meghalaya Urban Development Authority scam. 500 crores was given to MUDA. No utilization certificate has been given and no one knows where that money was spent. This was for the development of the city. Where is the development? Where is the 500 crore rupees? Where is the utilization certificate? Where is the accountability? And these are not small numbers. This could have transformed the city. Mega shopping complex at Meghalaya Transport Corporation, Jail Road. It is also under the scanner. The government intends to spend more than 200 crores in a plot land measuring less than 50,000 square feet. Numbers speak for themselves. It smacks of corruption. Massive, brazen, shameless corruption. 13 lakh metric tons of coal was illegally mined. 13 lakh metric ton. Mind-boggling figure.
Hashwa bangin kimi iki kubor nginya phashwa shipor sakeni kiching penbana.
Congress's commitment to Meghalaya, empowering the women of Meghalaya. 3,000 rupees every month to every single BPL mother in Meghalaya.
5 commitments na kaseng Congress na kabinta ka 5-star Meghalaya.
Kular Bandung du boarding hanang kendang ni hasar.
5 commitments na kaseng Congress na kabinta ka 5-star Meghalaya.
Vote for your 5-star Meghalaya. Vote for Congress. Congress commitment to Meghalaya, an unemployment-free Meghalaya. Congress is committed towards providing a job to every household in Meghalaya.
5 commitments na kaseng Congress na kabinta ka 5-star Meghalaya.
Abapai biang saki kubor ukertong Clemseng ni independent uba kersoy bor pertu hakala sing ublay jong katayo ula pelaj pai ba iki matrekam jongu kum sibenta ban pesung thu iki pai ba ka North Shillong constituency bakin ai ke jingkersan ban penjab yau haka MLA election arhajar arpulai.
Haka kalai tarik urampang arhajar arpulai sawai ukertong Clemseng ubani khonik election MLA haka sharp jong torchlight uba kersoy bor pertu ula pelaj ka thop haka dor jong kot kubor haka balasyon ni gimat treka man pen urlong lari kipat ba jong North Shillong constituency ki JDU komunong mi khamat yang dor bar thawan kejela Kimat rekam ki bau nia ukertong ulabu akamat dea bantre na kebenta ke constituency ke baun mi kemat kadih lor ke jengkut jeng subah ke bapen rekam mi skim ki buan lengba ke bahak jung MLA mana kesnem ke bejulong R point san keluar tengka sisnem kemde syak liang yenu nuru banshim ya ketulap om kumu MLA hendrai hakador bayok ginong belasngi banshim igi jing mentoy ke bayok nak sarkar kumu MLA lakalong hakapang ke sitom kalet kawan la syakajakat rekam ni sikendor bartawan ke jela hagabaun penankam baik ke kali basong patba kam da penankam ki kali ke bekerpang dan ki kali ke badan ki light saw bat kiwe-kiwe nangta hakane kamat rekam ke ba ula pelat hamat peran uneu kertong ulaong baun ai jing khen man kasnem hakabai dei ba kajing pentrekam bat kamang pisai ke MLA scheme kala thau kam ki samla bat kiwe de nalor ka constituency ke baun mi khmat uba kersoi bor pertu hakane ke manifesto ulapan pauru ki katukane ki mat rekam ki bedai ba kajing mentoy jong jela hiber kowe bat ki mat ke bakam kongsan ki dei halor ka kot ka kya ka puli puthi ka hok jong ki kenthai ka bahak tungkam ya ki samla ban kente kerap gariang ban pendek pensa ai kamariang bat ki babuan ki wede ki mat
ti kumu MLA ru ngan push ba kadai bandan ka community rehabilitation center ka bumut ka rehabilitation center na kabenta gi bangat aga jing kerni di drugs bakin syong hagi jaka ki ba penyai bat ba baiting ka da sarkar namar ba kanum rem than ka bai sumar ya ki briu ki bangat haga ni gajing kerni di drugs nang tangin ya susu na kabenta ki samla sa kawai pat kabenta kalat item ajam kawai yin hab ban ai ya ka skill training ban upgrade ya ka skill ban kentiu ya ka sub ya ka buit tray kam jongi kena samla gi jongi nang bakin yo ban tray hakikam gi baher dan bakli yang gi ong ba em gi lawan thang gi briu gi banabar ban wan kurup lot ya ka jaka aga snong ga jongi ya ka jala ga jongi dei ka ta kam dei ga jing sisa ka jing sisa ga dei ba ga jala ga jongi ka dei ka labor deficit state ki project ki bahe lada dan ki nong tray ki numla ban pendap tin rem dei tang ba ga dei ka labor deficit state ka dei ru ka jala ga ba duna ki skill worker ngan ai nuksa ya pi ta ka ba ngakdo ningkong ya kita ki jingkut jingmut ki jonga ki badan hakani ka benta to ningkong lada nga job bat nga long unong mi khman nagani ka 17 notch long constituency ka office ka jonga MLA kan hapo ka RTI act but ngan pentip pa ba klem depan jing tip menuru ngan pentip pa ba nagapor ya gijing trekam gi jonga khamtam ya gijing trekam jonga skill MLA but kiwe nangta nganum sim ya keturop MLA ndengan sim tangkat kedor ke ba ki nong tray nong bela yo habis sini kata ke minimum wage tat hadu ba ke sarkar jela dan pentrekam ya kita ki welfare board ki bangila adawa mentala khatsan ar posnan welfare board na kabenta domestic workers na kabenta ki transportation workers na kabenta ki nongnya rapido na kabenta ki delivery boy delivery girl ki balik sam TRC ki brio na ki gig workers but kumta tete
Kinoy alam jong kaseng Congress hagas ngi hat majai kelalet ujor hau Chief Electoral Officer CEO kejala uba Frederick Roy Kharkongor bat dawa bade banweng kamno eka kong pidalia toy kum ke chairperson jong ke Meghalaya State Commission for Women MSCW halor ka nongrim bakalapen ken ya ka model code of conduct da ka bayan haka rally jong kertong ke NPP uba wailat miki shela haka por beulai ban thep kerteng banya kun yak election MLA Arhajar Arpolai.
Ki nong yalam jong keseng Kongres ha Meghalaya ha ka khatsau terik urampang Arhajar Arpolai. Ki lalit ujor ho Chief Electoral Officer ka jela uba FR Kharkongor persya ya ka chairperson jong ke Meghalaya State Commission for Women ikong Pidalia Toy. Halor ke jingdan benta berkurtong ke NPP uba wailat miki shela ka por bulet bentep kerteng bani kun election. Kaseng Kongres kladawa bari benweng no Mardor ya ikong Pidalia Toy nakakam chairperson jong ka Meghalaya State Commission for Women. Bat kilong bari ben disqualify no ne ban mat kerteng no yu kertong ke NPP uba wailat miki shela namar gajing penken ya model code of conduct but ya representation of people's act khat kandai spa san puwei Ginong ilam ka Kongres keladawaru nu Chief Electoral Officer bo ude benchim kya halor gejingta eki poster jong Menteri Rangbado kari Narendra Modi bad Menteri Korbari ke Sarkar Pedang Amit Shah ha ki kenro jong ki office Sarkar bad eki post elektrik Sarkar ke belong gejing penken ya ke Code of Conduct bad keladawa bade benweng no mardor kini ki poster ka Presiden jong ka Mahila Kongres ikong Joplin Scott Chela bad ka Media Coordinator jong ka All India Congress Committee ka Bobita Sharma Kiliat ho manakaliang u Chief Electoral Officer lokular benchim kia kini gijing ujor bad unsele ya ke badan kam.
Namanta I chairperson yang ke Women's Commission by don benta hakajing file nomination jo iwe candidate jong ka party NPP West Giant Hills iba wailat miki shila niwan ujor kata ke kami. Baki de ban iwen no yaka post naka-post jong chairperson.
We want the candidate to be disqualified
Yeah.
as well as the Women Commission to be removed because she has violated the Model Code of Conduct and she has also violated the Indian Member Citizen Act. So it is, we have come, our senior MP, Mr.
It's a
Dennis here.
clear violation of our election rule and election procedure. So it is not only the chairperson's, the candidate is also more responsible for that. So our demand, our submission is disqualify the candidate as well as take disciplinary action against the concerned chairperson. That's our demand.
Yes.
We have also brought a second factor into, to the notice of the Chief Electoral Officer. All over this Shillong city, the posters of the Prime Minister and the Home Minister are displayed on the government buildings and on the government poles, electrical poles. So we requested them to take action to remove those posters immediately because it violates the Model Code of Conduct.
And what was the assurance from the CA?
They said 100% they will verify
investigation of the matter and they will take cognizance. They have taken cognizance of the event and they will take action on that.
Always we hope because the election commission will act according to the law and the election rules. We hope the election commission will take necessary action and immediate action against these violations.
Yes, that's right.
I don't even remember from the Women's Commission, Snokti Lang, but we official candidate from West Giant Hills district. They ujor on the basis ba since it is part of the Women's Commission, they long day by in Edon Ktilang but kanika long by in Penpau by Edon Ktilang but no official candidate. They ngala interest ya to ka complaint to siya additional CEO belong in charge of the Model Code of Conduct, but ilalang dekat ni mana. But naliang jong in sa pan ka kaipot ka report now DC West Giant Hills halor kani ka complaint te mariali ihok da ka kaipot in sa long in sa take further steps on this after we get the report from the DC of West Giant Hills.
Uhek pulit kejala ubat JK yang rai hakasngi hat majai jong katayo hadian beulayo jamin na kayeng bisar ulayo ban mikno na po Shillong District Jail hendrai tang hadian katuk ni por beuladak ban keren sikilat pathai kubor uni uhek pulit ula syakem biang no haki pulit ketenat CID. Hadian lai benai ba uwei ne ke hek pulit jong katanat Meghalaya Police uba Gabriel K yang rai ula syakem halo ke jingsya ujor jahar ba ula dan kti ha ke ban pendan kambakla ya ke pisa ha ke jingtai ya ke Nationwide Emergency Response System NERS Hasadar Police Station Shillong. Haba uniu Assistant Inspector General AIG Barim kejala ulayo jamin no na kayeng kasyari hagasngi hat majai jong katayo ulayo ban mi no na Shillong District Jail kaba ulasyong hadu shispa arsngi kibahayeng bahasem jong uba yang rai kilalek ban syaw ya na papatok hadin ba ulayo jamin hendrai pause kumbayu tudong besen uba yang rai tang bariadap keren ni kinong pathai kubor ula syak kembyang hakipulet jong ka CID halor ke jingkeno ba ula don kti hakiwe pat ke kam bamsam. Ke SIT habak layo jingbit na kiyang kasyari kalalik ban kanraya kiyang sa jung ba yang rai kabadan halom shap golf links haka quarter office kabadan ha golf links bat aka farmhouse kabadan hartiang sning ribhoi district hadin ba ula syakem haka sin kabaningkong hakane ke jing kanra ki pulit kalayo ban kurup ikikot kisla ki bakongsan kapisa ki tiar kitar bat kilakem sendon yo ba yang rai Katanat CID kala ai de kumukot duma hak arpo pratarik urisau arajar arpo ar persya ya uba yang rai hapo jong ke Prevention of Corruption Act syajar kandaspa prapopra bat kala thung ya ka kanhun Special Investigating Team banti benya halor ke jingkeno pendan kambakla ya kepisa Uba Gabriel ke yang rai haba kren sikinong pathai kubor maryami na patong ula kenno baka jing syakem ke jong u kadai namar ke jing sela ki pulit high level bat katu ke ningut ki hia spa bat kala syupen long ya u tangkum ulang kenya namar ba ulawat jing tip leng ba ke RTI bat ulaong baki don bon ba ki kam tersi hakatnat pulit jong ke jela Meghalaya.
My appeal to the high level khaki men to please stop harassing my family members. I am willing to sacrifice my life for my family and not scared of any attempt of anyone to plot similar modules operandi of like that of late Full Moon Dhar, late Chesterfield Thankhill, late PG Marbanyang and a host of other gory stories which the police department are hiding, which are still mystery, which for which true answer are yet to be revealed. I am innocent in whatever cases registered against me until proven guilty by a competent court of law. My hand is clean and I have no stain of blood and I'm of any innocent in my hands. I have full faith in the judicial system of the land and shall continue to fight for justice for my rights till the last breath of my life. Further, during my police custody, my human right has been violated, for which appropriate complaint has been made by me to the appropriate forum. My fundamental rights during police custody with police has been violated, and a formal complaint has been already lodged to the honorable court through proper channel. And further, there is lot of skeletons in the police department. I am a scapegoat being made. Now you'll just see they have already the police are already here to arrest me, and so that I won't speak anything. Now I'm just giving my statement. I have so many things and so many RTIs I have filed from here which are yet to be revealed, and these will expose. And there is an imminent threat to my life and to my family. And this is highly political, all the highly political khaki vendetta, coupled with there's some media house which have been sponsored by some political parties which are doing. And then first and foremost, let me tell you how it started. It started with inquiry. You all know it came out in the newspaper. It started with inquiry, and during the inquiry, what happened? Even prior to the inquiry being completed, because law has to take its own course, they're scared that I might tamper with evidence. Who am I to tamper with all the high-level political people? I cannot tamper anything. They fail because you see the government official have to go through certain procedures, rules. They go slowly, step by step. But what happened? They expose it, leak it out. Because why? They're afraid that I might be free. No one will be able to. So that they put me on constant duress. How many months? It started from August last year. My rights had been, my SC/ST right also has been violated. I've been treated like, by the present incumbent DGP. I've been treated like a Harijan. That I will reveal later how. I have so many things to tell, but now this much I want to tell. But I appeal to you all that this is a highly political, high-level khaki political vendetta against me. I see, as my tenure as AIGA for 3.5 years, not even one secret information got leaked out of the press to the press. Have you ever been privy? Tell me, press people, you are the press, have you got any information? Any information, anything I give is through press release, written press release. I have never leaked out. Official Secret Act has never been leaked out. But how does that my inquiry report, which is not yet completed, even prior to its completion, and my statement not recorded. My statement also not recorded, already leaked out. And then how they have treated me. I was on medical leave because I was not well. Even now also I'm not well. At that time, they forced me to, they asked me to come for the, to record my statement. How will I go and record my statement when I'm not well? So I wrote to them. The moment I joined on the 12th of September, they recorded formality, everything, already exposed to the world. Is that fair? Everything, the origin of all these scams, so-called scams, which they say that I'm involved, is only fabricated because there are so many people who are scared, and I have been so efficient that they feel, above me there are 5 more layers, senior officer. They feel that most of them, they do not have work anymore. I'm doing on the old regime. So what is this? If it's just harassment, and my health, as you all know, I'm not a very healthy person. Even in spite of that, also they have what they have done. They've put me on constant duress now, only 1 year. They expect to me how? I have an ailing mother who's 74 years. She is a cancer survivor. She has just 20% vision, and then she has no one. I don't have any. I'm single, and my mother's house was raided. My quarter has been raided. My brother's land has been raided. My brother's house has been raided. Everyone attacked, and everyone understands. And misuse of artificial intelligence that we have. The misuse of artificial intelligence. Whatever conversation is being tapped. I asked an RTI on that. I'm not getting. Even your phone is tapped. Please, I don't want. Tell me like what are you arresting me for?
There's one more force.
Okay, fine. Yes, fine. Yeah.
One more force.
Okay. Then how many cases now?
All two.
No. Now how many?
Only one case. Only one.
You are arresting me one now.
Only one.
Okay. What do you want to do? Tell me.
You have to come with us.
I'm cooperating.
Okay, thank you.
I'm cooperating. They are to witness. I am not running anywhere. Nor I have even whatever. See, I have 120 days. 102 days. I'm here. I am here. I am here. I have cooperated everything, and I will always do law. Whatever is legal, I am there. But nothing illegal should be done. If my rights violated, that's the only thing. What do you want to do now? Where are you going now?
Yes. This is anti-corruption cases.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, let's go. That's okay.
You can take your lawyer also, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
One more thing I want to tell you. Even for my cases, they will have registered. They have been hiding. Only through the medium of RTI, I came to know that what other cases registered against me. Even when we seek information, because as a citizen of India, you deserve to know. But there are certain provisions which you need to know. I was kept in the dark. Some cases registered already from the way of August, when we can ask nothing information. But it's only they're using it as a tool. As and when I get bail, as and when I get bail, so that so today is the example. A perfect example of vendetta. Thank you very much.
Kipulat kanong ba shalong kila kemno e Raju Barwa halor kijingsha ujor ejahar hakawai kathai samla kabalakan no ba ulajrong kti batmu banne be ijot yaka hakapor bakadang eleka haka muscle blaster gym kabadon Hathana Road.
Kawai kathai samla kabadan gumbak khandai sinem egarta kala ujor ke ejahar persha ya Raju Barwa ulajrong kti batmu banne be ijot yaka haka jaka kilan met kabadan Hathana Road. Kani kesamla baikran bikinong patai kubor kleto bahak keshpotrik urampang arajar arpulai hakapor kumbasau beje jan miat kat bagadang ilakai haka muscle blaster gym uraju ubalong trai jongan ega gym ulapen bor kani kesamla banta umpniang ega met jong kani kesamla kleto bo uraju ulong bo un kelan umpniang ega met joka hendrei hakaba kala kentaj banca kelan umpniang kumta uraju ulapen tia ajobor ban kelan umpniang yaka bad banjrong ketiaka Kani kesamla kalau bu Raju Barwa ujumlin manle ikini kami ki weiru ikan thai ndaki babun ki tiang ban kran AA ne wat ban penpau perthai. Kani kesamla rengkat bagi bahayang bahasam jongka kila kerpat i bor jongkaan bakin shim khalem gijing ujor ejahar bat ban penchitom inu briau kat kum ki kenon an. Ki pulet kila kemno yu Raju hakish potrik urempang arajar arpulai. Hadian bakile op pediang ya gijing ujor nagani ke briau. Bat menta udang dan hapadeng gijing tokit. Halor kini kejingja nak kalian kaki SU Shillong Mi Circle kalau lek kang tala no shwa ya ka Muscle Blaster Gym kabla long try do Raju Barwa ubala sya keno bula jrong keti ya kini kathai samla.
Ka mau keteng Raju Barwa Messenger kum tu hadin sting kentai ni wood ni shat sadar thana to phun ni ngau om hana ba mabdi udi parlok bat ngamau nakadaw jung uwi hakatu ka gym ngalin namar ba mauru support bahaya ngam takadaw nga nakadaw jung uwi ngali tu ka gym min last year so nga join kani ka gym ta long laisaw banay phun pan umlong pentin ko balong pa takadaw nga matras mo nga mabdi bang ngalawan nabar tengok nga option nga sa dalawan nabar nga dala don kam nabar nga sawan biang kani ka gym takadaw nga join biang pan metaus nem tambah pa saja ko ipat kani ka gym kagating muscle master gym jeli tambah kini ki bhaying jong u kato kalok ka phone chi phone ing kap pejuboring imo ba ngi compromise no tambah ngam ko pan compromise namar ba kani kamdi tang ka basisin ka jai tang yang ngamo bunsin la ju jai kiwi kin the tambah kim yami da tang mga imenta pa di mami ngam ko ba kani kan ja sa khma to kiwi kin the
nakaleng jungi ka sanghi kum ka khasi student union ngiwan nakne ga jaka ya karena kita ngiwan ru bengin wan ban khang tala ya ka gym ko bapniat utau Raju Biswa barwa bala le ikam ba nakaling jungi kum ka sanghi ngin pediang le ru em marlu ale ya kam ko ba mla pediang hi mo da nakaling jungi ka sanghi param jor hiru unu breu bat ya kena kita ngiwan ras ngin khang sisendon nakaling jungi ka sang bat kena jaka ka bangiang manta ka de kena jaka ka ba utau Raju Barwa utan itai kinthai khasi hakan ka private room ka jong i te kumba philaya ilut hi hang ne bai don lang te daleleru ngino pedeng hiru kumini jaka ba khot itai kinthai ban wan ban ai ta gi jing train ka jong i kumba ong hai tai kinthai te nakaling jungi ka seng ka de ka tahi ngi pramjur ba daleleru ngino pedeng hiru ya kumpini gi kam bat inang yai budin susu nang nam takas ngihi nang nesa khamat ter abai de bakane kam
Hashwa benginya kemi iki kubor ki badang sa nginya pai biang shashi por second ki jing penbana
Congress's commitment to Meghalaya, empowering the women of Meghalaya. 3,000 rupees every month to every single BPL mother in Meghalaya.
5 commitments na kaseng Congress na kabinta ka 5-star Meghalaya.
Kabording ha Meghalaya kalip man kapor Congress ka kular Bandung du boarding ha nong kendong ni hasar
5 commitments na kaseng Congress na kabinta ka 5-star Meghalaya.
Vote for your 5-star Meghalaya. Vote for Congress. Congress commitment to Meghalaya, an unemployment-free Meghalaya. Congress is committed towards providing a job to every household in Meghalaya.
5 commitments na kaseng Congress na kabinta ka 5-star Meghalaya.
Uway na kiriu tray monsubha ubaki baksar ban wat jing tip halor ka an ka hok ban tip ne ka Right to Information Act uba dispersing rani hakani katayo ulami perthai biang ban therting yaki arngut kinoyalam jongka Sarkar Meghalaya Democratic Alliance hakabe day bat kapisa balabha da ka Sarkar pedeng ya ka Meghalaya bat ka jingtai ya ka office trekam jongka NPP. Hakaji kendu bat kinong pathai kubor haka khatlai tarik menta urempang arhajar arholai uba dispersing rani ningkong ula ther ting yo sembut menteri rangba kajala uba preston tensong ubalakan tho kelayo halor kajing pan jing tip chungu hakabe day ba kajing penlut ya kapisa kabakot sau pholai klur tingka kaba shim lapan paw hakapor ba pen jing ken haka yeng dobar thawan kajala haka snem balala uba dispersing rani ulayathu banyo jingtip halor kane ka sau pholai klor tingka ulapan RTI ru nakatanat ka koit ka khya jong ka jalla handrai ka bapen lango ya kalong ba ha ka juba la tho bet not applicable kat ba ha ka be dai pat bat ka pisa ka badai ban siu san pho hajar tingka shakitu ki bayap no khnyang jingpang covid khat khandai katanat ka koit ka khya kala khnyap yakani shakatanat revenue and disaster uba dispersing rani hakani kasngi ulakan tho jurru ya menteri rangba kajala hakaju kapor ubalong national president jongka seng National People's Party halo kajingte ya kajing trekam jongka ni kaseng san parthai klem da yo jingbin na ka DC office
jingkan tho jong konrat sangma habede bagatika RTI bangayo na po muda habede baka jing sna ya ka NPP office te kumas pinkan ma yo phi ba nakaliang konrat wong ba we utau aktivis uba keren kumta habede kita kikot slau ong ba kikot slangi biang lut katai ding jipun sai na konrat sangma kikot kislagi mai biang lut ong ro bang imio kita jing petha na department banle ya kane banle ya kata ka bosusi kalong ba kat chief minister ka jing tho la yo lupan ba kalis agreement but ka DC office kalis agreement la ken shai ba shwa bante ya no jingte hapo kini ki list area lani kini ki European ward lani kini Korean revenue land kide banyo jing bit shwana DC office kata kade jing tho ba konat sama doi ban shai kata ka kot kaslan ka bede ban nyo jing bit kam don kata ha DPR tikumno konat uang bangi biang ikot islam kata kamu shutep ya kot hamut kat sebalik tep itai dokumen apa pala boleh mas pok office muda wong bangimio kano ka notification ng jing batha rek jing bitha kata habaka agreement la batai sai kata kan gede jing batha ya parti jong pi pinle ebron kam upestan song wong ba way to dispersing rani boleh umpan di sai yang kata boleh mani kendu yang habede kata jing pulut sa pulai klor lane balik umpan nangi kamu nakasti konmen halo kani kijing pelut pai ba video ban syai kata naklang jona ngamdi puri uba bit ma pi pestun pi kumba pi ton kam hab ya kerteng la jong ma pi kidai pestun dan ni tano sa omau be pin shuther kat sebalap kat sebasien ngade aktivis ngakren be kijing sya ngawat ya kada omdei kuma pi nget ya kajing singiu pinggit ya kajing bit pinggit do ha kajing kauput ini ngo apa na poka health department ngamdai nga pompa na pi preston dan son pidem syai kata ngalapan pi ong balai pimpan na state government ngalapan ndai susi kalong ba katika health department ha jaka ban ai jing syai kile gemno ngai ong ba page number 2 yung not applicable. What is mean not applicable? Ya kani ka point number 3 pi transfer. Ya ka RTI ka bangapan mga na makamha pa stri jong Director of Health and Service nte. Pi transfer. Ndai balay kani pi transfer. Balay kani ka transfer. Tadi dak jingli ba ba. Are you preston ong mana ba balay pi fine nang ingla 5 pi ma. Ndai ka start jong along ngayo lang si Delhi. Yang jing yo jong as Delhi long business. Business jing yo jing tip jong as Delhi. Hin bang mobil ngadu beri bawa ya kada umdi ku mapi basungit tang jing snew ke jing bit bat ke jing tim khaput la tremen yo menta san semen pelele ayo ha pun bagi kam ke pending dawa da mangalih singum no temotor pending assembly ro pending smart meter ro pending highway ro kata highway mentala apa highway nyumel asnayi ko di beri ti suruk balik ke jam tu boda isu ro pending ka kam do aja kat pra do menta pratali prajatri ki puas so phimla ban thep philayo phina lang government ka mining rom pois no kata de ke ba nak lang jonga nga sukhya hai ke ne ke ya ke ne ke jing no jong phi nga la ka no nga ba ya phi singum no kata kalau nga kan tu ya ki brio baro ha ba pijit you know mikmat dawat ya kata balik ngi jet you know mikmat ke jing mut jong MLA kemud member of legislative assembly legislative kawan mereka kentian legislator kemud is a person to make law dengi kipai ba angin perkhat ya kata de ke banga ka kentu ya baro naduk ka government hadu kipai ba ha balai ke no to wat ka daw kata de ke banga wan hang ne ban pensai nang ba ma phi penyasai But this passing be rani be beri bawa dia kada bawa Indonesia nak kalian komen what you can talk lumar ya manga adon ikut selagi bebayang
Ukertong ke NPP na maulai uba tebor pathaw hakala sngi ublay ulalet ban IT ki kot kisla shaka returning officer jong ka maulai ban pentip ba ka yeng ka shari Meghalaya High Court kala penkut no ya kemukot duma persya ya
Uba tebor lang pathaw bari ukertong bani konik election MLA Nagaseng NPP Nakamaulai constituency rengkat gajeng senran lang kinong yalam ba kinong kit kam ulalet ban IT ku hukum kabalapan mi de yang syari kabalapan bena bakalapun kutno ekomokot duma persya ayu ba tebor lang pathaw halor gajeng pensaateng ban siau ya ka employees provident fund ya kinong trei hagisnem kebalalet uba tebor lang pathaw doong bagani gajeng det ai ya kikot kalong ban pentip ya ka returning officer bagi yang syari kalapan kutno ekomokot duma hakashpotrik rempang Bat ba ka returning officer kan yo ban pelat no yu na katop jangki kertong ki badan mokot duma ne kam sniu kam tam haba ulong uba khoj halor ne kejing keno uba tebor lang pathaw uba yakonik election na kamaulai constituency ulong ba ka mokot duma persayu ka dei halor ka employees provident fund jaginong 3 ka belami ya ka por budang peniat ya ka wege agency ulong ba yakan ka kam ladap ban penbet ya ka senam arajar kat pra Ndrai namar bagana kam kalapoi ke yang bisar kumta ulaab bagayang syari kan penmi ko hukum kabakat do halor kene kemokot duma bunch penkan mau ka election commission kari kelabo e kendon na kababatha igi sengsan pertai bagi dai ban penbena pat ba leng baki kot kubor yagi kerteng ke badan mokot duma ne ke badan yagi dak sniu kenang bagi pat ba kintip ya kejing shisha
ya kino kersan ki jonga ma wadak peneng kejing shisha kedho ke babut Rekim simdu mesim kita bin nadien jonga nama kisania ya nga tengah ngai ko ya paro kena percaya bat kipai ba nong sok senong molai ma kiji jemki habang alet meeting pelong meeting kikiwan bat snap ke ba ni pensno ki kiji angnut pengin sakri senong molai te kumbangi pilatif pentasgi menglawan ban ai kini ka city sekaro kipai nong sok senong molai ru nju petip ing ba kini ka media mentapa nakalian juga habis berkamu ketemu ke lapan benar mentah untuk isu kalau bet lakut ketkum kecing ayah cing besar maka haikut badan borom juga Meghalaya bersebut.
Banyalek ban kring ye ki pat ba ke jala bakin ai biang ye ke jing shania ba jing kershan ne ke seng congress haki MLA election arajar arpolai haki simbalang jong katayo kala therting ye ke seng san partai ke badan haki sarkar senrop lang ne ke sarkar MDA halor ke jing jur ki kambam sap haki jala bat ke jing bam ler jong ke ne ke sarkar haki ban a jing sakri yo pat ba jong ke jala
Ban pensutu ikipat ba jong kejala Meghalaya bakin nang yat banjit kinong mikmat haganik election MLA mentaka senam arajar arpulai. Kamtam ban omjit ki kertong keseng BJP, NPP, TMC bat kiwe-kiwe de kibran benta bak sarkar MDA. Ha kabal keno ahlor ki babun ki jing dekok terekam joka. Keseng Indian National Congress janman nakesngi kelawat ki jing duna jong sarkar MDA bat bantat madan halor kita ki jing duna bat ki jing keno ki babun jat. Dang hakan opai singi jongka khatsan terek urempang arajar arpulai. Ka Meghalaya Pradesh Congress Committee lengba kasang knor jongka AICC social media and digital platforms ka Supriya Srinathe. Kala kentok tenge ekseng BJP bad NPP halur kijing kenok ki babonjat ki bede bagi kam bamsap bad kajing dekok terekam kitanat sarkar boper hakapor jongka sarkar MDA. Ka Supriya ha kajing ekran bagi nong patai kubor nengkong kelapan pau halur kisan tadi kimat ki bah kemat ki bah keseng kongres ka bo hakmat jogi nong saknong ka jela ladakawan hakabor sensyar. Bakan top ikijing kular ban ai lai hajar tengkashi benai naga benta kilong kemi ki bam dan syu ukurim ban penbiang ke boarding elektrik ban penyu akam ki samla ban ni khun persai udrok sakajela bat kamat kebasan kelong ban wengi ki kam bamsap ha ki tenat baper jong ke sarkar.
So this is the most bizarre claim made by an incumbent government that we will get a task force to investigate the charges of corruption leveled against us. I find it totally bizarre, and which is why I call it a jugla. And amongst many other things, whether it is some swaps for women or some swaps for education and things like that, I think the BJP's manifesto and the BJP's false promises have been found lacking because you've been in government for 5 years. You should go to the people of Meghalaya and tell them that these are the 5 things I've done. If you agree with us, vote us back in office. Otherwise, deny us that opportunity. But isn't that the classic BJP that when cornered on an issue, you just say this is not an issue of the election? Why is uranium mining not an issue of this election? I would like to know. They have a so-called double-engine government, and suddenly the engines start working in start moving in two different directions when you're cornered on contentious issues. The problem with the BJP is that you are running a government with brute majority and brute authoritarianism, where even media channels and media houses like the BBC will not be spared, but you don't want to answer questions for which you are responsible. You are in power in the center. You are a part of the ruling alliance here in Meghalaya. You have pumped in money to poach, and now you want to say that this is not an election issue. This is as much an election issue as any other, and the BJP should be ashamed of itself for not talking about it. These institutions are meant to protect people. These institutions are meant to safeguard democracy. These institutions are meant to hold the governments of the day responsible. But these institutions have become cheerleaders of this government. And wherever they are, the NCPCR chief is not worried about the rising levels of malnutrition. They are not worried about rampant child trafficking. They are not worried about NCRB data year after year, pointing out that children are being sexually abused more every year than the previous year. What they are worried about is some child walking in Bharat Jodo Yatra. That's how vindictive they are. The National Commission for Women takes suo motu action on tweets by political opponents. But she doesn't utter a word when some of the most celebrated athletes of the country were sitting at Jantar Mantar and crying and were alleging sexual exploitation. She doesn't utter a word on Hathras. She doesn't utter a word on Ankita Thakur. She doesn't utter a word on how a BJP MLA is sexually exploited. What are we talking about? These institutions are meant to protect the people of this country. They are not meant to safeguard members of the BJP. You want to add something?
Ka Health Youth Collective kabadai ka kanhun ki samla hakasi palai jong katayo kalapan long ya ka Meghalaya state level political parties debate arachar arpholai hamadan malki ya ka balawan banya shimbanta de kinong yalam ni kiseng sang parthai ban pensha ya ki kam ki ba kilale nakabanta ka jala Meghalaya. Yakane kajiya tainia la penya da Sanjoy Hazarika u columnist researcher but unong snaplim but hakane kajiya tai nakaseng UDP la mikmat doba alantri dekhar yak NPP la mikmat doba Bajop Pengrop yak Congress la mikmat doba Manuel Badwar yak seng Trinamool Congress la mikmat doba Bancharai lang Pengrop but yak seng VPP la mikmat do Dr. Batskem Marbo. Kini kino yalam jong kiseng san perthai kila seng yalaki jutang ban penkesan yalaki seng bat kila pen pauru yaki matre kam ki baka seng jong ki kadon na kabenta ki patba bat ya ke jela Meghalaya. Kini kino yalam kila panru ya ke jingkersan ki patba ke jela bakin yami renti ha ke arphonyo tarik urempang bakin tap ya ke vote jong ki ban kersan kini kiseng san perthai kanang bakin la ban pen urlong ya ke jing angnut jong ki patba.
This issue which no political party has taken up since our statehood. The people of the state, the people especially residing in the borders area, will surely give their support for the NPP this time. Recently in the news column also I've given my statement that all the constituencies that are in these border areas, the NPP will win all these constituencies. Where they have said that the NPP has done nothing for the youths. So many flagship programs have been taken up under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma. The Prime Program, the Aspire Meghalaya, the Music Grassroots Program, the Luxury Tourist Vehicle Programs, the Homestays Program. And under this government, it has created a record 4,097 kilometers of PMGSY road have been constructed in the rural areas of Meghalaya.
And we are committed to the issue of landlessness among the rural household, which this has been flagged long time back, but no political party has taken this issue, and we are committed to conduct a cadastral survey as well as to enact the land saving law. We also believe and we are committed to create jobs in the state through a number of ways, which in fact we go to their basics like agro-based industries, proper and micromanaging the tourism sector, create conducive environment for private investment, but for this we need a very strong rule of law where nepotism, arbitrariness and lawlessness has to be arrested.
To empower the women in our state, we have launched the Meghalaya Financial Inclusion for Women Empowerment Scheme. This scheme ensures or guarantees 1,000 rupees income support to all women in every household.
The people ought to know, after everything is said and done, and after the dust has settled, since the election time has come, I leave it for the people to judge exactly whether the good things has happened or the bad things has happened over the past many years, and especially in the past 5 years. But a few things that really strike the Congress as such per se is the fact that the health care system has deteriorated to a very large extent. And I believe so that the healthcare is the most important and integral part of any family's life. And from the Congress perspective, we've had many debates on this. And believe it or not, we do believe that free healthcare for all citizens is a right that every human in this state has. And I think the Congress is committed to that. While you might say it's just a freebie, but it's an important freebie to give. And I think from the Congress perspective, that is very important. The other thing that also impacts 60% of our population in the state is the farmers. And till today, minimum support price is still the thing that we just talk about, and nobody has even dared to implement it. And I think it is a challenge for the Congress that if we do get a chance, that minimum support price will be one of the priorities that we take. The other thing that we talk about, especially the children and the education for the young children. I think it's mandatory that children get free education at least till class 12. And I think this is a very important thing, because without education, I don't think so our state and our country will be built.
The party stands for unity of purpose and vision for all citizens, development with a mission for inclusive growth, peace, ensuring safety and security for all sections of society. The party believes in visionary and decisive leadership, good governance with political and administrative accountability,
growth in all sectors. To bring about the desired changes which are the aspirations of the people, UDP is for a healthy Meghalaya. Therefore, healthcare is topmost priority to provide equitable and affordable healthcare, upgrade infrastructural development and improve efficiency of medical personnel across the state, reducing maternal and infant mortality by setting up prenatal and postnatal care centers, provision of mandatory immunization and vaccination via routine health camps, increase in health cover under MHIS, diagnostic centers at subdivisional and district headquarters, eradication of drug abuse. Apart from that, education, which is the prime requirement for a healthy state, we intend to facilitate the constitution of an education commission to streamline the sector with an objective to bring about quality education, security of services for teachers, uniformity of the different categories of educational institutions, ensure maximum enrollment to arrest the rate of dropouts, and working towards changes in line with the NEP. I would beg to differ with my colleague from the NPP because it was the UDP-led government in the year 2000 on the 22nd of December under the leadership of late E.K. Maurong and the then Chief Minister of Assam, Shri Prafulla Kumar Mahanta, who had inked an agreement to return the Khasipnar inhabited villages of Block 1 and Block 2 to Meghalaya. But as history would dictate, the government was toppled and that agreement is gathering dust somewhere in the respective state secretariats.
Hadian bun banai bala penlong ya kecing rakhe ban pensa nam ya kecing kenjo shau mawer uba sanpo ha kecing sakri ya ublay ke St John Parish Laban Shillong ha kani katayo kalapan hap no ya kalama jong kani kecing rakhe ha kabalawan ya shembentaran ti ru daki para banget jong kabalang Catholic kibana kani ka parish bat na kiwede ki jaka jong kani ka nong ba Shillong. Haka khat ar tarik menta ubenai rempang ar hajar ar paulai ke St John Parish Laban kalapan hap no ya kalama jong ke jing rakhe ya ke Jubilee ser rengkat ke jing sakhilang daki hajar ngut ki pai reunge jong ke balang. Lapan kut no ya ke ni ke jing rakhe da ke bapen long haka porman stem da ke mas bakho ya ke balapen ya the Archbishop ke Jalan Yamba Shillong Most Reverend Father Victor Lingdo ubalashim ya ke benta ban kinyamas rengkat ke jing senran lang ki Lingdo jong ki parish bapher. Hakani ka sngi u Archbishop ulapan pau da ke jing sngo komen ya ke ni ke parish ke baju atrai rengkat bat ke Jalan Yamba Shillong hakikam ki bede ba ke jing sakri blai hadu bakan da kenjo ekarta ke basan po bat ul aiman sem ya ke nong penya jong ke ni ke parish bakin dang yai trai shitham hadu banda poi pat kapur bakan penkre saya ke jing rakhi ke jing dap shispas nem. Hakani ka sngi la samru ya ka communion ka baningkong sa kishispa san phongut ki khna jong kani ka parish da uling do soble ringkat ka jingkentu kan pham ya ki bakin long ki khna ki bako ngu ki bas kham ki jingat nado kani ka sngi bat khat du e la palaj pat ba ru ya ka kot thup sa pen kan mau ya kani ka Jubilee sian da u Archbishop
dem ka ban pan ki ko puno blai Doblei badan borboro und garkuye piega chisne chu und
Kalong ke basung sarong ya ke jela hakaba uwe usamla khasi ulawan ra nam bat buram da kabayo takma rupa hakaje Yakob King Ling Cano Slalom haka 5th Khelo India Youth Games kabalalong Madhya Pradesh.
Uwe ni ginong king ni kejat lian kebelatip kum ki kayak usamla pensingan kurba ulawan ra nam ke jela Meghalaya da kejingla ajung banjob ya takma rupa hakajing Yakob kebelatip kum ka Cano Slalom. Kejing Yakob kebelah penlong Shibanta jang kelumpung ilakai jang ka Khelo India Youth Games kebasan. Kebelah penlong Maheshwar hak jela Madhya Pradesh hak handriau bat nyu trik mentau rempang arhajar arpulai. Hadin bunu samla ubarang khat prasnam kerta ulawan pai chala ke jong ke jela. Hak khat santrik mentau rempang arhajar arpulai hapo kejing lam jong coach Ian Vincent. Hak jing kenduk bagi nong pathai kubor Shillong Press Club Leto pada keseng Indian Kayaking and Canoeing Association kembala pa kejing tip bandon kini kejing Yakob haka Khelo India Youth Games kabasan. Ada kejing persang mai ujeng kersan ke sorkar nak liang commissioner wakmi akatan sports Dr. Vijay Kumar ula menjur ban ay kejing kersan. Wala ka kenhun King Ling kayak kalau yolat dalam sangut kinong King Ling arngut kikentai ber arngut shenrang hendrai namar bana kikentai omdan ki bahapo kat prasnam kerta komta layo menelam tang arngut bana kini ki arngut usamla pensingan kurba na kesnong lau berwa na ke distrik Ribhoi ula job ekata kemarupa kejing Yakob Cano Slalom K1 Nakaliang sarkar kan penkup buram inu samla haka kat nyutrik mentau rempang arhajar arpulai haka State Convention Center Shillong haka por shibaje no pai sngi.
Betchkem is from Umtam village, which is nearby, and they train on Umtru River down there. And we were very happy to announce that Lung has got that silver medal in a very tough competition. It was actually on the Narmada River, 5th and 6th of February, at a place called Maheshwar, just outside of Indore, on the Whitewater Rapids. It was a very tough course and some very hard competition, but by God's grace, he was able to get second place, get the silver medal for this state. So it's something we're very proud of, and we are looking for a good future for the sport here in the state and for good development. We'd really like to thank those who have supported us, and especially Dr. Vijay Kumar, AIS Commissioner for Department of Sports and Tourism, who has been really behind us all and made this trip possible, and we have to really give him a lot of credit for it, for his support.
Tengi shema kini ki kena bun bagi wan kide ki kena ki bawan naga yeng kasam ka baduk te ladangi khot training ki bun ki bertia kata ka jing bela jong ki yo kala no ki namar ngidon kam bun kenta ha ban training ha ban hikai ban practice te ki yo la tang shipang te wat la pensingan yo de kena school wahabe ka jing puli te yo shipang arpang por ban un practice te wat la kataru la le stom hakini ki sausnem la practice but ula wara at least something for the states te ka long ka gasting so sarong tengah kerpat mak barit ya ka sarkar le sela ban yarap kum ken just stipend ai bahkan pensilur ya kiwe pat ki kena le saki bawan kamtam naga ying ka baduk mar basin baki lawan ban practice kidu ya ka jing tray ka jing bela jong ki le se yo le ki dei maki ki ba bela mo haying te kimla ban ai full time ya ka ni ka practice ya ka ni ka training te sakaway ro nga karpan mo ka kiwe ki kena ki ba shimbenta ha ka ni ka Khelo India na kaway ka states ki yo shibun ha ka jing yaram kumbenta ki ba job ki yo cash mo shibun ban pensilur ya ki tele sing karpat ya ka sarkar jong iro bakan le ai na ka benta jong pensingan balawan ra kata ka nam job ban kum ka ban pensilur le ne ban motivate ya u bat kum jo ya ki wairo bakin wan shikmat ban shimbenta ha ka ni ka jing le kai
Hashwa benginya kami iki kubor ki badang sa nginya pai biang swashi por sa kini ki jing penbana.
Congress's commitment to Meghalaya, empowering the women of Meghalaya. 3,000 rupees every month to every single BPL mother in Meghalaya.
5 commitments na kaseng Congress na kabinta ka 5-star Meghalaya.
Kapor ding ha Meghalaya kalip man kapor Congress ka kular Bandung du bor ding ha nong kendong ni hasar
5 commitments na kaseng Congress na kabinta ka 5-star Meghalaya.
Vote for your 5-star Meghalaya. Vote for Congress. Congress commitment to Meghalaya, an unemployment-free Meghalaya. Congress is committed towards providing a job to every household in Meghalaya.
5 commitments na kaseng Congress na kabinta ka 5-star Meghalaya.
Haswa bengin peteng biang iki kubor ngin penken mau biang ye kimat bakong san jong kubor mentah katayo. Kular ke BJP Bantung da ke Special Task Force banti iki kambam sab Meghalaya. Terang ke BJP banti ya uranium Meghalaya ong Uramesh. Sipautali ki matrekam jong ke VPP lada job ki kertong jong ka hakikat pratali ki constituency. Dawa ke Congress banweng kami ke chairperson ke MSCW bat banweng no na ke jingya kun ya uba wailat miki shela. Don ke jingya sela jong ki hek pulit high level bat ki hek spa keno uba jike yang rai. Bat ke kubor na kinong yalam nyam se kinong song shinong hakinik election arhajar arpola. Hakini ki kindiat tayo balala UPCN ulawan ra shapi ya kubor hakabiade bat ke jingpin kre ya ke election MLA arhajar arpolai hakaba pilaya sngau yi ki juban jong ki sang sang partai ki bala kle shiki ba lada ki nong song shinong ki jit ya ki kertong jong ki pilaya sngau ru yi ki kentin kentu ken pham jong ki riu pau khmat ke jala ki bala pasat jing mut shapi ki ba kumno ba pinjet thmai ya ki nong mi khmat bat ki nong thawan da ke jing shampang bat ke jing perkhan ya ka lawai jong ke jala mentapat nginya sngap sana kinyam ba pher ki bangi sngau bana lor ke jing sakre ya ka kam ke jong ublai ki dan ru ya ka lengkor ke bakhya banya tai ya ka em lang salang to nginya khmi syakatai ke kubor ka ba ki dan bat ai shapi
ka jingjit ya ki nong mi khman kalong ka badan kam haru kata-kata ban yo ya ki noyalam ki ba don ya ka jing shampang ka jing yo ijngai ki breu ki bala ban don ya ka mensem jong ka jing kli nam ta ka yap ka im ka roi ka par jong ka jai ben reu ka jongi khamtam ha ka ne ka bri u khasi khara ka jongi ti nagaleng jong ka palang ngila yo i na ki jingjia ha ki snam ki bala no bagadon sibun ki jingjia ki bom sungtanat khamtam ha ka ba ki breu ki sha pan be ha ka jing sim pisa ha ka jing tarwa pisa banjit ya uno uba ki ngau kwa ban penjom wat lada umdon ya kata ka thong ban wanra ya ka jing bha ya ka jing roi ha ka ri ba ka chan khadar henrei dena ta ka daw ngiyo ya ki noyalam ki bom don ya ka jing ki khali bat ki ba perkhat tang yelati nagaleng jong ka balang ha ka ni ka ri ka jongi ngi don ya ki guideline ki ba ngi pung khre ban pen poi sha baro ki balang ba ki khun jong ka balang ki ba don ya ka hok ban lek thap bot ki don kam ban sng thu ba kata ka long ba kum ki khot jong ka balang ngim sng de ba ki nong thap bot kin le ki ki kam ki bom sng de ki balong bi ai nuksa manta lada ki khun jong ka balang ki le thap ya ka bot jeng ki wei pan hangi ngi nyu ya ka bakalong bi ai ba ngim sha ya kata kabar pade ban thap ha ka jaka jong ki tu ki bala khlat ki bom dan chu ka ne patheru kata ro khalong bi ai bat ba wei pu wei do khot jong ka balang u bala don ya kata ka rta ban thap bot ude ban yo ya ka bot ban thap ha ka mon lai lut ka jong mdai bandon kano ka jing penting pen smej lane ka threaten nang no bakidei bakimdei ban board yano lane kidei ban board yano kidei bandon ya ka hok ka jongki ban jit da ka mon sngo bha jongki ha ka bakila pensong nong rim ya u neka kiba ki candidate kiba ki yoi ki don ya kataka kerdan jongka jinglong nong yalam ka kerdan jongka jinginong nong yalam kam da syong tang ha ka kerdan pule lene ka qualification kalong si benta kenang ba banra kam hajrong ya ka kerdan jongka jingnang jistat ha ka ne ka ri ka jongi henry ka ba kam kong san kalong ba ka personality lene ka long ren yeng jong u ne ka candidate ki badon sisa ya kata ka ban sem kumno ban kentiu ya ka roi ka par ban wanra ya kata ka songsuk songsang haga ri haga jela ka jongi bat khamtam ru susu ban wanra ya ka development khamtam ngiyo I ba si bon na ki khon jong ka balang bat ki khon haga ne ka jela ki para samla ki bala pas ki kerdan ki ba kham shalor Henry ki song klem jam. Kani kala long ka way ka ba wanra ya ka jing sngau do jingermen but day na ki daw ba ki mi si bon ki seng san perthai lene ki seng bhalang ba ki join sya kanu ka seng ka ba banwat ka jam. Te teng kani ka yalam sya ki bom sngau tenan ki le ki kam ki bom sngau tenan. Ti Henry kum ka balang ni ai ya ka jinghikai bawai puwai udo hot jong ka balang udai ban pensong nong rim shwa ba un tab board ban vote ya uno ne kanu ka candidate kata ka dei ka way but kum ka balang ni kwa ban yo ya ki noyalam ki batip breu ki batip blai ki batrai kat kum ki jing kular ki jongki namar si dan si bon ba kan ki ba kular hendre kimle ya kata ka ba ki kular te kani kala long tang kum ka jing panthame yo pai ba ki thok no yo pai ba te namar kata giran kam ye ki breu ki ba shisha ki ba kren ya ka ba kila banle ki breu ki ba sngorit ki breu ki ba khampar khan ru ye ki kup shiliang ki sem shiliang ki breu ki bom da ithan ya ka bom sab henre ki breu ki ba khoj ka jinglong jing im ki ba kwa shisha ban sekri hong ya upai ba ya ka ri par ka je ben reu ti haba perkhat bade ya ki jingjia harum haneng kumuwe na ki para sekri haka kam ka jong utrai ngayo I bakum ki Kristan ngiron ka jing sngusir hadu kata na ki jingjia ki bajia hangne hangtai ha ki sipun ki benta jongkari India ka jongi kum ki Kristan ngila don kam he ban perkhat kham jinga ye ki namar bangi kwa ya kata ka song suk song sngai hagari la jong ka bangi ngidon bat kum ki nong song snong jong kari India hangno ha bangi leng ngiron kam ban yo ya ka jinglai lo jong ka jing sekreblai tika niru si benta ka khata bat ka ai hangiru ya ka jing perkhan ka bakham jingai ba ladangi yo ya ki noyalam ki bastan ki bala ban wanra ya ka sensar khadar ban wanra ya ka song suk song sngai ban yo ya ka jing sekreblai ka balai lo kata kalong kabaron kam hadu kata ngisngau diau sibon ban ong ba hagari India jongi dan sibon ki jeka ki baki Kristan ki sha le ben ki ying mane ki sha penjot bat ki missionary ki jongi ki sha peniam bat ki sha le ben kat kum ki jing pau ki bangi I lang ba ki WhatsApp lang ba ki kot kobor ki jia ha ki babon ki benta te kumban keren kelum ya kani ka benta ka song ha ka jing stan jong ki nong thab bot kumno bakin jet ye ki breu ki ba don shisha ye kata ka kerdan kabala ban yo ye ki nong mi khmat ki ba stan ki ba sempang ki ba don ru ye ka masem jong ka jing sikri ye upai ba ti ngai ba ni ki jing dia ki ba bon na ka history na ka way ka snem ja ka way ka snem na ka way election ja ka way election nga tharai ba ki breu jong i kim long shu ki ba be nde tang ka way ka ba pen be ka long ba lada ki candidate ki wan manong ban terwa ban job election da ka pisa kata ka mon ba ka upai ba ola sha the tat dor te kani ka long ka khobor bangim dei ban sha pen be ya ke bekum kita ndengin jid ya ki nong mi khmat jongi halor ka hok ba ka jing pen chong nong rim ba ngin yo ya ki breu ba ki leader ki ba bit ki ba biang
nga sungungu yau PCN bulasim ya kini ka benta hakabat pen priang ye gani khubor na kaliang jungi kum ki nong yalam balang khnang ba ngin yo ke nya kata ga sensyar kadar ka ba khot ka ba ngin yo ya ki nong yalam ki ba nga sungu bonong ka sensyar kadar ka de ka benda ka ba kongsan ba ha ka jing im jong ka im lang salang ha ka jing im jong ki pai runget ha ka jing im jong ki brio ki im hakanika jela ka jungi ngi dwai yo blei ha kom ka bograpang na ka benta kanika jingjiet ye kinong yalam namal ngi te ba habang yo ye kinong yalam ki ba kawut ngi don ye ka jingkar man ka ba na ka benta kari na ka benta ka state bat khamtam na ka benta ka jait pendrio tiku bangolong ipi ka jing dwai ka de goi ka benta ka bakongsan ba do kata kata ban ngu subon kum ki banget hau blei barang klaim dan ni kata kecing duai ngasugo kalong ke bakla bahadu kata-kata bat ngimdei ban sya yalam bakla ye kini ke benta banong ngidon kam banduai namar ba klaim ka bor ke jong blei nginum la ken ban poi sya kata katong ban jiet ye kinong yalam ba lesi ye kadan ke jing sungu banong ba balai ngidon kam banduai habang jiet ye kinong yalam haki imlang salang ngijiet lesi ye kinong yalam hakba habang jiet ye kinong yalam balang lesi hoi kata ke dei ke benta Henry ban ong hi ban jiet ye kinong yalam haki imlang salang ngidam kam ken ye ka bor ka jong blei bo blei msep ha ka de nur ka mensiem hangi wei pi wei kani ka de ko wei ka benda ka pakong san ba ban ngi kwa ban kentu ban kerpat ye pi baro ki baskap ye kani ka jing kentu ngi kwa ban ong pi tu duai hala ki jong ki yeng sem scam ma kani ki jing duai namar blei cha skor bor habang ngidam ban duai nangta ngidei ru ban mi shikmat ban legit ikinong yalam jungi dan bon ba kibde ki be kren menta haki yengi sam haki ya ki yengi jungi habangi shong hi poki kali nge kren chpangka shapang ki kam san hima sima nge debate nge kren nge share hapoki haki social media kandeng ngi ban kan mau ye kini kuwe ke benta kamtam ye ki jai ban riu jungi lele ngi ban kan mau ye kini ngi dei ban le tap ye ki vote jungi wanum ong lada ngamle thaburu kamdan kanu ke jing per lani danga jiet yunu kamdan kunu ke jing per kadon ke jing per lada ngi baro ngi leit ban jiet yikinong lam jungi kanwan ra yike jing kala ti wanum kuslai kata ke jing sha stam lesi ke ba pinha ban yang hauline pin berkhat lesi teng de kinta pinha yang hauline ban yo e ka pali jing pi ban thabot ani teng yo candidate ubama pi tab teng job compare hendeng ngi dei ban leit tab yiki vote jungi kade ka benta ka pakongsan ba ngina kan tujur yo baro ki baskap ye kini ka jing kren sungba la leshtam banai tap yiki vote nang ta kentulam hayeng sem ki ba hayeng ki basam yiki parlok ki parjor kentulam ngidei banai tap yiki vote ki jungi menta haba mangi ngilai ban tap yiki vote ki jungi ngitep kumalong mata ngitep ngi dan berbor ye ki epic jungi na kawe ka constituency pada habang ngilai ban jiet ndai bangi shuli jiet mala kam to ngidai ban tipru ye kita ki candidate bat kumlu kinde ki candidate kin la ban wanra ye ki jingkala hak constituency jungi ngidai ban sngap ye ka vision ke jungki ngidai ban sngap ye ka jingang nur ke jungki bat ngin pet ki hak nu krom kila ne menyalam yengi kum ke jait bendio bat yengi kum ka state hak constituency ngidan kam ban jiet ye kinong yalam ki bating boram yau play kani ka benda ka bakungsan lada kimdan ye ka jingting boram yau play Ngasuh badang kasedang ke jingma ke bakrau ba do kata-kata. Kidi ben kan mau ba ublei udan berbor ba upet berbor iki. Ban zoshim jing kenye ki na ka benta ki ke berkhot ke bang ki le. Tikum tangi sngo badang ngidi ban jiet ye ki nong yalam ki badan ye ki jing teng borom yo play. Ginan kamro ban jiet ye ki nong lam jungi ki badan ye ka vision. Kabamut bah kidi ki sansnem habam ki sha jet kum ki nong yalam ha ka constituency jungi ha ka state ke jungi kidi bandan ye ka ek dak vision ha ngitep ha ki sansnem kanu ki la ban le hende lak kum ki nong ha kini ki sansnem kini kidi ki bam ngi kwa banwan ra ye ka jingkala ha ka constituency jungi kata kidi ko ik benda ka bakong kusan bahadu kata-kata kinong yalam jungi undai tang bagi syumi khmat nak benta jungi ki hab ban yalam bingi haki emlang salang nak kata kada kinong yalam jungi ki dei ban longru ki brio ki balongkum kita ki policy maker ki dan ye ka vision ki dei ban ru ya kita ki baki berkat kedi ban long ka policy kim dei ban ting yo le sile dang le ye ki iki ka ba yo ngawan ra ban ni ka jingram kam dei ban long kumta unong yalam ubating buram yo play unong yalam ubah dei ban ting ya ka iki consequence bauti ule ye ka badai bat ule ye ka baba tingi kwa banong ngidi ban ji ye kita kinong yalam ki badan ken ya kata ke jing berkat hakini ki sansnem ngakwa banon ra ye kini ki jingkala ngakwa banon ra ye kini ki policy hak constituency pada ka state hi barokwe ngi kwa ru ginong yalam ki badan ye kata kemong sense of justice kabun yu ni sense of justice haba philong unong yalam phimde unong yalam jangkawi ka kenhon haba philong unong yalam phimde philam tang ye gitu ki bajanna bat phi ni ki bala kersyani phi mde gamta hoj ya ka por jong ka jile te kidan ki ba kersyan ila ke jong kandidat kat kum ke jing i ke jong ki kat kum ke jing syam ke jong ki hande si siet ba maki kira sajiet ki de badan kata bunyi ong kata ka sense of justice ka pamut ba ha ka constituency jonga baro ki brio ki de shi benta jong ke jing ya lenti jonga jong ke jing syakri jonga tira de kidan kata ke jing snow kam kata ka sense of justice kalam dapat kan Thailand nation rang baduk dan ne beruspa ai ke jing syakri kata ka bunyi ong kata ka sense of justice kam pet liang ye nu you know banong ye kini ngan ai kata ye kini ngan ai kata katu ka sense of justice hakinong yalam kalong ka benta ka bakong san ba hadu kata-kata ni kwa ru ikinong yalam jungi kinong yalam jungi kiba danru ya kata kamen siem hapring ka jing shipa jong kibrio kiba iru ye ka jing jinjar ye ka jing ranot jong kibrio kamut ba mangingil ha banlek berbor sikia malien nak benta ikam ibarit ba bangin lipan pisan nak benta ikam ibarit baria kam tu kam tam ki kam skubha kata kalong ka bakla ba Henry unong yalam ubah ui ya kata ke jing shitam ya ke jing shipa bat uyarap ya kibrio ha kata kurkam ni kwa ru ya unong yalam ubadan ya ke jing angnut ya ke ni bangyong ya kata ke development ya ke roi ke par ke onra ya ke roi ke par persang berbor banwa ya ke roi ke par lada dei kinong yalam ha ka jela barakoi ki bailam ha pokon susi ko nyaram ki onra ya kata ke development ha constituency ni ya ke jing sadien jongi surok jongi ni ke jing sadien ya ka ngipek ko ya ko umru kama mengingi dan kam man lagi yang isam buon ki breu jongi wat ya ko umdi ke haban tien dan ki bathiet ka kali dan ber ki bathiet le si de ki wat de ki plastik ki bahe balai ngim dan ka babiang hapa ki yang isam jongi ni ko hapa dong ide bandan ya ko kini ki basic facilities ki bangi de bandan hapa ki yang isam jongi kilat jongi teng ki bang ngim imiti kena Nanti ngikwa badan ki health services ki babiang, ngikwa badan ki school ki babiang, ki primary school, ki secondary school, ki higher secondary school, ki college ki babiang. Hai ki jaka ki baper. Tingkwa badan ngikwa ban igenya ya kani ke jingkla. Habang ngikwa ban i kani ke jingkla, ayu bat mengiki nong tebut ngidi ban kan mau. Ngidi ban kan mau ya kani ko bay. Lada mengikum ki nong tebut ngilai pentut ban pan bisai, nak ki nong ilam jungi, nak bentaki kam subha, nak bentaki kam shimet. Kani kan sakta ikinong yalam jungi kin hable ke hakaban pembiang na kaban tagata bat kawi ke bakta man jong bhaingi hakani ke election kolong kani ke jingshim pisa jungi kani ke kta bha ya ke imlang salang jungi ke kta bhaingi bangin jushim ya to ke pisa ke baki la sigi kandidat giwan man terwayingi ngamtip la de san haja na shfoja na arfoja na kat bakadai handrei kani kan sawanra ya ke jing mensau ya ke rihi barakoi namarba lada mangi ngisdang ya to culture ban shimpisa kababut bagi kertong gejungi ki kandidat gejungi kinsa lum lukat ya kata kapisa berkhot bante ak por election ndarada election kinum la issue namar kila dap siuti ngi kinong tap vote ngada bu ya kejing kerpat hakani kepor ya baru kinong tap vote subha kier na kini kabenta lada bi kwa ya ka bha kamiat jong ke imlang salang hi baru kowe lada bi kwa ya ka bha kamiat jong ki khun ki kti bat ya ka lawi jong ka jait ben riu ku jungi ngide ban yang scam halor jong ka takan ngrep bat baling ngide ban shim tang ya ka ni ka pisa hai ni shi sina ka sans nam baling ngide ban le kumta baling ngide ban le kumta ha baru shilin ta jong ka jingim jungi ngiya apareng jong kita ki eki ki jing kunu jong ka jingim jungi ngiya ngi ma ka ta ka jingim te balik nya ka ta ka shisin sans nam ngiri ban poisyak ngiri ban shimya katak senjam ban le kumi kita ki ek berkait tingi kwa banong yakinong ilam jungi ngi kwa banong yakinong thabut ki jungi hakung bani kliman skubha nginai le da kum kini ki ek berkait kani ka tak bat jong yangi kum ka ri kum ka state kum ka jait ban riu ngi so banong ka jait ban riu jungi hang ni pok Meghalaya kadi balong ka jait ban riu ko tib riu ko tiblai nang ta ngidi ban skuthu ban ngidi ban wara ya ki ek bawha na ka bantaki imlang salang jungi ngi shibon ki sa sadien nang ni skmat lada mengingi lada mengingim ngim suthu ya kedi ka bentaba kumno ka jingle ka barit jungi kawan ra ika consequence nani kawan ra ika jinge hadian bot tingi kwa badong biang sa sisien tungi ni dwai bo blame ai ya kinong ila mabahal na ka benta jungi ngindai ban le ban tap ya ki vote ka jungi nama kani ka deka kamram ka bakong san jungi ngidi ban tap ya kada yak teki vote ke jungi nang ta ngida dwai hadu kata bangin yo ya ka sarkar ka bakhoj nginyo ikidang ilam ki bakhoj kidang ilam ki babha anta ki barwan ra ya ka jingkala na ka benta jungi kum kidang ilam balang ngilong takum ka conscience na ka benta ki imlang salang ngiwan ra ikini hakmat jongpi ki basngap ya kani ka sur handai kamon kadi ka jongpi kamon balai lut kadi ka jongpi banle ya ki babha bat ban kian ki ki bam dei ban le hagum ngani ka por election ni kwa ro bonong subhangin kian na ka tu ka jing election shit nang tale se ka jing ya sho ka jing dat ni ka jing ra i ka jing klumar haki imlang salang ka jing ra i ka jing klumar hakaya ki jang ka pentut ya ka ya ki jang ni kwa ro ban kuntu ya ka ni ka we ka benta ngin long ki brio ki ba tibru tu blai ngin long ki brio ki ba tieng borom yu blai ngin long ki brio ki ba ya ka ti jong hok ka ti jong ka jing shisha bat ngin le i ki ber khat da ka mensiam ko balong rangba bakan long berbor ka mensiam jong kajing da ka mensiam ko ba ha ka tukur kam ni so bodom kani election jungi po Meghalaya kani election jungi kham tam ni po ri kasi jantia jungi kan dei berbor ka long berbor ka khoj ka long ba ka long ka bajai kani ka ju por par ka wan ra ye ka jing kala na ka benta ke imlang salang jungi
te paralok barok kat tungi la poi sa ka bakut jong ka thup khubor jong i menta ka tayo in sa syam byang bat phi la syam tayo kublai shibun